All right. What's going on, everyone? Aaron here, Clean Cuts Lawn Care. It is Monday, February 9th. So let me tell you what I got going on right now. Let me see. I think it was Saturday. So they were calling for that snow event this weekend. And man, I got lucky because we had gotten a little bit of snow early in the day, and then it stopped. It actually warmed up a little bit. The sunlight came out. It was kind of nice weather throughout the rest of the day. So I'm like, man, I hope we're in the clear, you know? So I keep checking the updates on the weather, and they said, I think around like 7 o'clock, some snow was gonna hit. As it got closer to that 7 o'clock mark, we got a snow squall warning and a lake effect snow warning back to back. And they were talking about like up to 5 inches. But we also had in between 40 and 50 mile an hour winds all at the same time. Man, you should have seen it. It was a disaster. We also, on top of that, we're getting thunder and lightning, and it was crazy. I mean, you should, like, there was times it wasn't even snowing, but it looked like a complete whiteout just from what had fallen and the wind. So we ended up getting this big, I don't know if it was a snow squall or from the lake effect, because it had both. And it had, okay, so we get this weird texture, almost, not often, maybe once a winter. It's like sand, almost. That's the consistency of it. You can actually see the little pebbles of snow. So that started falling like around 7 o'clock, like they said. But as it's hitting the ground, the wind is taking it and blowing it everywhere. It finally stops like around 9 p.m. and after that we were in the clear for sure. So I got dressed, I head out, I went and checked all the property, well, not all of them, I didn't check them all. I went and measured 5 properties. The first one I checked had 1 and like 3/4 inch. So I walk across the street to her neighbor, less than 1 inch. I walk a few houses in a row checking, 1 inch or less. And most of the houses, not my customers that I had just checked, but all the other ones, they have the driveway that goes in between 2 houses, and in between the houses there was no snow because you get such bad wind tunnels through the houses that it took all the snow and just blew it everywhere. So yeah, I'll just take the freeway. So I go and check 4 more of my properties under 1 inch. So I got very lucky I didn't have to go out. The next day, I checked my new business phone like every few hours, right? Because I don't always have the ringers on. I told you guys before, I don't like hearing the ringers. But now I have the business phone on ring all the time. I'll just deal with it. I had missed a call. I listened to the voicemail. It was a realtor I had met through the week. He said, hey, I got a customer for you. They need a clean out. I call him back. It goes to his voicemail. I leave him a voicemail. Then yesterday was Sunday. I didn't hear back from him. So I was going to call him around 9:15 this morning. I'm leaving the gym, and I had my phone with me, but in the locker, that business phone. Like around 8 a.m., the customer who needs a clean out called me, left me the voicemail. I called her right back as soon as I got the voicemail. I'm meeting her right now. I'm on my way there. But she is making it sound like it's a pretty big job. Which is like, man, I wish my first jobs could be like something small, just so I can get the hang of the pricing and everything. But I have the pricing sheet. I know pretty much what they're charging per ton. But also I know they have these other fees, which I mentioned. So I'm gonna say, okay, in my mind, here's what for a full load it's gonna at least be this, just to make sure, you know, I'm profitable. Problem is, if it's a real big job, only day I have help is on Friday, and they want it done this week because they want to take pictures of the house to put it up for sale. They've already moved, but it needs cleaned out. So hopefully there's a bunch of stuff I can do myself. If there's any big stuff, you know, maybe that'll have to wait till Friday. So I once I get there, I will be able to really, you know, narrow it down and plan it out. I'm not nervous at all. A little nervous about the pricing, but other than that, I'm not nervous because I have went and done estimates and sold jobs 1,000 times, right? Not nervous about that at all. Only a little bit nervous about the pricing. Now I know some people say, oh, well, if you know, don't let people think you have experience with this, that, and the other if you don't. Well, here's the thing. I have experience in business. I have experience in getting jobs done. So no, I'm not gonna act like I'm a newbie. I'm a newbie to this specific industry, but I'm not a newbie to business and doing exactly what I say I'll do. So I'm just gonna go in there confident, like I know what I'm doing, and that'll be that. Right, so that's the house up there on a hill. You can see it's up on a hill. A lot of snow on the driveway. Oh boy. Okay, everything in this room goes except the fireplace items.
He's taking pictures, Dad.
Microwave goes, big appliances stay. There you go. Thank you, bud.
Yeah, anything that you see that you can move, you can.
Gotcha. This few things go. This goes. All these items in here go. Now, is there paint in this can here?
There probably is.
Yeah,
if you can't take it, then we can just.
I was gonna say anything like that.
Whatever you can't take, just leave, and we'll deal with
anything
it.
like that, I'll put like in the corner of the garage.
Sure, that's great.
'Cause I'm sure there'll be a cut.
Yeah,
you know.
if you could take it down for us, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Stuff's heavy, so yeah.
Okay. This.
Now that's a hell of a cabinet right
I
there.
was gonna say, is this
that's
part of?
Going? No, that's
goes, okay.
going. But I'll tell you, it's as heavy as hell.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
for
what
sure.
you're gonna do with it, but you're young and fit. You can do it. So yeah.
Here. All this stuff here. A few things in here. Just a little trash can in here. Okay. All this stuff goes. Oh, there's a decent amount of stuff in here. This goes. This cabinet goes. Oh, it's full of stuff. It looks like it might have some keepsake in there. All this stuff goes. All this stuff goes. Whew. It's a whole clean out. This stuff goes. It's a nice house though. These few things go. Cabinets are all cleaned out. That can go. Already looked in here. Oh yeah, that's the one with the cabinet. And then there's more downstairs. Okay, everything out of this room goes, including this stuff over here. This is gonna take a few days. Absolutely. And then the big one, the garage. Is there a light switch? There's a lot up here. I mean, there's a lot. All right, I'm leaving the estimate. I don't know how I did on the price. I priced it for $2,000, just under $2,000. I got the job, but the question is, how long is it going to take me? That's the big question, you know. So I'm going to go. I have to run home, change my clothes, go to the shop, get rid of the snow blowers, dump what I have in the trailer. I need to dump that, get that ready for tomorrow. Get some garbage cans ready. I need my dolly ready. I didn't see really anything to take apart. Maybe one bed frame headboard. So the job's gonna take me more than a day because Robbie's only available on Friday, but they need it done like this week. So and it's all them stairs in the house. It's one of those like dual level houses. So I don't know. She asked me about moving everything to the garage, and then once it's all down there, then taking it all out at once. And I said, well, you know, then you're moving it twice. But I think some things I might actually do that. But other than that, I said I have to be able to go out and, you know, start loading things up pretty much right away. I don't want to be moving it twice. So I'm running home now to change, and then we'll go to the shop and do what I got to do there. All right, guys, I'm heading to the shop. My buddy's gonna help me tomorrow, Chris Wagner. You guys have seen videos of me working with him at the tree company. He's actually gonna bring his dump trailer too. Not that he's gonna use it for everything. I'm still gonna bring my trailer. But it will be nice having the dump trailer there. So now, when I first seen the job, I bid it doing it solo, right? But it doesn't matter. Listen, this first job is nothing more than a learning experience. I'm still gonna make money on the job, but taking the loads to the dump, finding out roughly how fast I'm able to load up loads. That's the first thing that I'm gonna be learning. How much stuff I can pack in the trailer and haul. Then also saying, okay, this is all going to the dump. How much are they charging? I have their pricing sheet, but knowing a pricing sheet and then looking at a trailer full and visually seeing it and knowing roughly how much they're going to charge you is two different things. So with him helping me, of course, I'm going to make a little bit less money, but that I don't care. I'm still going to make good profit from the job, and I'm going to learn a lot from this first job, and that's like the most important part of it. So I'm heading to the shop. I'm going to I think my drill's at the shop. So I'm going to get rid of the snow blowers, get rid of the cargo carrier, empty out what I have in the trailer, which are some leaves, and finished getting everything ready for the job. All right, I'm gonna try to clear this snow in front of my tent here, just because I obviously need that trailer out of there. Like I said, he's bringing a dump trailer, but still I want to have both trailers there. I'm gonna pop this utility trailer off, or cargo carrier rather. Okay, this off. Now I just gotta pull that out. Okay. Not a fan of taking this off during the winter, but I guess I could have used my other truck, but I don't really want to. Good enough. All right, I have 2 garbage cans in here. Chris is gonna bring a couple garbage cans. I think I have another one in the shop. Let me bring the snowblower in and I'll look. Still a good weed killer in here. These are all for the mowers on the trailer. Here's 4, so I have 4 garbage cans. I just have to empty the tarps out of the other cans. So I'm excited about doing the job. I'm just nervous about that I price it right. I priced it to where I know no matter what I'm gonna make something on it. But like I said, this is more of a learning experience, this first job. You know, it's more for me to learn. Which one? I think it's this one. There we go. Haven't had this unlocked in a while. I'll put these in the truck. I gotta get some hand tools in case those leaves are kind of tight in there. And then we're off to the dump. Thankfully, the sun's out. It's kind of warm today. All right. I better take this. And maybe even a pitchfork to the dump. In case I need to break these leaves apart. Yes, that's why I moved all that snow, because it was that snow was packed pretty hard. Might have been kind of hard getting in here if I wouldn't have moved it. All right, so me and the owner's husband have been talking about this. The holes all along here, I mean, they are super bad. And multiple people have asked him, look at that hole right there. I don't know if you've seen it through the ice. Multiple people have, see, look at that. See that? Motherfucker, man. There was nowhere else to go either, because there was holes on the far side. Multiple people have addressed him about this, about these holes, and he said his wife does not want them filled because people will speed through here. No one is speeding through here. Motherfucker, man. Meh. Tell you what, it's nice to have this trailer hooked up doing something though. Doing some type of work. I'm really stoked I got this job. I mean, I just met the realtors last week, and by the weekend I already had a referral from one of them. So once the job is over, I'm gonna stop up there, give that guy a gift card. Nothing big, you know, like a $20, $25 Amazon gift card. Just to, you know, I want to make sure the realtors know, for one, I do a good job, which we will do a good job. We're dependable, which just like everything else, I'm dependable. But once in a while, they'll get something out of it, you know? And I think that'll be nice for them, and it'll help with keeping everything consistent. I'll tell you right now, guys, thank God I put these tarps down. The fella right next to me, the loader told me, the guy on the loader told me he's been here for over an hour. I mean, they're still frozen, but it would be so much worse if I didn't have these tarps. Oh, he got his blower going. I couldn't get mine going. Come on, baby, come out nice and easy. Oh. Oh no. Okay, come on. You're 21 again. Mentally go back. You're 21. You're strong as a bull. Nothing can stop you. You're 21 years old. Oh boy. It's a solid ice. Not ice, but you know what I'm saying. Come on. Yeah, come on. You're a sissy. That's what it is. You're a little sissy. How long you had yours in there?
September, October.
Hey, I think mine was from like early November.
Yep.
Oh,
That's probably it too.
the damn snow hit. Dude, I still have 20 cleanups. Never got done this year.
Yep, me too.
All right, all unloaded. That's everything for mine right here, a little bit here. I could have pulled that bottom tarp out a little bit sooner, but I just went ahead and kept taking a little bit off to try to make it, you know, a little bit easier on me. That fella who was unloading over here came over and talked to me. He basically was in the same exact spot, was doing his leaf cleanups, and early snow came and got him, you know, messed him up. Let me check on that tire. He's the same thing as me. He was planning on that snow melting and going back to doing cleanups, but you know, it didn't happen that way, so he got stuck with leaves in his truck like I did. And it took him a lot longer to unload his. He had already been here a long time. He didn't have like tarps down or anything like that. If I didn't have tarps down, they would have been frozen right to the floor, and who knows, I mean, I probably wouldn't have actually been able to get them all unstuck. His was not cleared. He still had a bunch of snow. It looked like it was on top of some leaves, so thank goodness that I had tarps and that this gets stored inside of a carport. So that guy, he said he's been in business quite a long time, but he said he might be looking into finding something else to do. Said he's pretty much just tired of the non-stop issues. He said the latest issue, which I already know it's coming with some of my people, because the fall cleanups got cut short and now they're going to be a lot harder to do. People aren't going to want to pay the additional price. He said he already has customers that he's contacted and you know, let them know that it's not going to be the same price, and it shouldn't be, because why? The leaves are going to be wet and heavy. There's not going to be any tree lawn drops. Everything has to be hauled away or whatever. You can't really take full loads, you know, because how heavy they are. And I know a lot of people think, well, just suck them up in your lawnmower. It's not like that. We get, I mean, you guys have seen my cleanups. I don't need to explain it. You've seen the amount of leaves at a lot of my jobs. You're not using a mower for that. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to mulch them up, bag them, nothing. They got to be cleaned up, you know, as a whole. And he said a lot of, you know, he's letting his customers know about the price difference and they don't want to pay. He said he's tried growing his business. He's had, you know, a second crew before, and he said he found out they were robbing him. They were using his equipment to do like side jobs during the route. And then like he said one time he had a customer, it was $50 a mow. And the customer called him and she said, well, I want to know how come I'm paying $50 a mow, but my neighbor's paying 30. And he said, I don't cut none of your neighbors. And she said, yeah, your guys cut them every single week for 30 bucks. Well, for one, it's none of your business what anyone else pays, but they weren't on his list. You know, they were doing it for cash. And he said, you know, he's certain that they were doing, you know, multiple things like that. Routes constantly getting moved another day, people not showing up. He said it was a complete disaster. And he said he didn't even make it a full season with the second crew, and he had to go back down to, you know, just his crew. Those are the things I'm worried about, you know, with trying to grow the lawn care business. You know, it's just so much more stuff, so much more equipment, trucks, trailers, you know, again, the equipment, the mowers, the trimmers, the blowers, fuel. Is everything being treated properly? Are people just beating up your equipment with no care in the world? You know, initially I planned on just growing. And then when I seen the constant headaches, just on the equipment side, and how quick you can damage something if not treated properly, I knew. I said, this is going to be a problem. And I've met a lot of people who went through it, had 2 or 3 crews, and ended up shutting back down to just theirs. And they said they ended up just making the same amount of money, which to me, how do you get to a place where you can charge enough so the profit is there on multiple crews, you know? I don't know. Pulling back in the shop now. Alright, look at this fucking hole. Look at that. And you only have till right here, and then you have this in your way. There's another hole there. Now, and look, right here. I mean, this is giving away right here. That's all gonna break out of there. It's all ice all the way back over here. I don't know where all this came from, but even under here, when this is all gone, I mean, these holes like this are everywhere, up and down here, including right in between that building and the fence where you have to drive through there. There's holes just as big as that there. And they won't fill them in. So you have to drive over this hole right in the middle and hope that the other side doesn't cave in. Unreal. I mean, this ice would be here no matter what, obviously. But if they would fix those holes with gravel, he tried putting dirt in some of them. It lasted one day. The dirt was gone in one day. All right, guys, I'm gonna just got home, gonna go shower, gonna prep dinner, just basically chill, and I'm gonna record some tomorrow for you guys. I'm not gonna be able to record a whole lot because I really have to focus on what I'm doing. You know, strategy. Again, I don't know. I don't know yet if Vicky's coming. I hope she does. But at least I know for sure there'll be 2 people there. Hopefully nothing happens where Chris has to cancel. I mean, if it happened, it happened. You know, there's nothing I can do about it. But The setup is not great. That driveway is at an incline. There's snow on the ground. I'm probably gonna, I didn't think about it until now. I'll probably bring my 21-inch snowblower just to do the driveway, because I want to get a trailer up there. I want to get a trailer up that driveway if I can. Otherwise we're walking to the street, and that's gonna hurt. So I just got to strategize in the morning, and again, it's all going to be a learning experience tomorrow. Plus I am going to make some good money. No matter how I look at it, I'm going to make some good money off of this job because of the way I priced it, but it gives me a good jump off point to know. So I'm already thinking, like, how do I dress? Not too many layers, of course. I don't want to be sweating my ass off the entire time, but need to be warm enough for going outside and being at the dump. So everything's gonna go good. Everything's gonna go good. I didn't get it on camera, thank God. I was at the dump. Say, here's the side of my trailer. I had that hard rake leaning up like this, and the pitchfork next to it. I grabbed the tarp and I was pulling it like back, and then it got hung up on the pin you pull to close the trailer. So I stepped over there to grab it, and I stepped right on the hard rake, and it smacked my the billfold on my hat. Got me pretty good. Didn't hurt or nothing, it just scared me. I didn't know what happened. So all right guys, I'm out of here. If you liked the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, let me know everything I'm doing wrong. Keep the edges clean, and look for the video for the clean out for the junk removal. It'll be coming sometime this week, as long as nothing happens and she don't cancel, and I keep checking the phone to make sure she don't cancel on me. So you can say I'm nervous, but it's more about stuff like that. Are they going to cancel before this happens? I doubt it, because they need it cleaned out to sell it, and all that. I don't think they would cancel because of price, because I think my price is pretty good. I don't think they're gonna, I don't know. I feel like my price is like good, middle range. So we'll see. All right, make sure you like this video and look for the next one.